today's topic is what recruiters look for in a candidate during job interview process. Job seekers face a lot of obstacles, locked doors, and unpleasant experiences in pursuit of a job offer. If you are looking for a job, you know how difficult it can be to catch an employer's attention. In today's job market, you often need to show more than just the required qualifications and skills to get hired, but what else do recruiters look for in a potential candidate? Here are 10 tips in this video. Watch out some of the qualities that makes a biggest impression on recruitment panel. Tip number 1. First impression is very important. Candidates who make a good first impression will set the right tone for the interview. Their actions can create lasting impressions during those all-important first encounters. Common sense is the key. Dress appropriately for the interview and be on time. Are you setting a tone that accurately reflects the true nature of your personality? Making a positive first impression is crucial for all the concerned. Tip is communication. Every recruiter would be happy to have an employee on board who is a good communicator. Someone who knows how to communicate the right way in any situation, no matter whether it is verbally on phone or face-to-face, in writing emails or letters, posting on social media, or by using body language. There are many examples of business relationships, deals, and jobs that have been lost due to the lack of appropriate communications with others. Tip number 3. Passion. Every recruiter would like to have an employee with their team who is passionate about his or her job, about the company, about the products or services they deliver, someone who speaks, looks, acts like a real brand ambassador, someone who might easily be able to attract new clients, who spreads the word about how great it is to work at his company, who gets raving feedback from clients about how well he is doing his job. Tip number 4 is self-motivated. Recruiters really like those who are highly self-motivated. Someone who doesn't need to be pushed or reminded of what needs to be done and how it needs to be done. Someone who on Fridays look forward to go back to work on Monday thinking, I can't wait to get started with this great new project. Let's see what I'm going to move this time. Remember, motivation can't be bought, neither taught. Either you have it or you don't. Make sure you show your self-motivational traits during the interview to your tentative future bosses. Tip number 5. Team player. In many situations, employees will have to function with fellow co-workers on a project. Even if a job requires more tasks to be completed alone, there will be times when employees will have to work together. Recruiters and hiring managers usually ask potential hires about how well they work as a team and what type of work environment they prefer. Some employers may even bring applicants in for a group interview to see how well they interact with a number of people already on staff. So, not only during interview session but later as well, you have to keep in mind that coordination with team members is an important trait. Tip number 6 is competence. Every recruiter would be happy to have an employee on board who is fully competent in his job duties. Someone who knows what, when, and how something needs to be done. A person who can achieve certain results if clear targets are being set. A person who is also prepared to learn quickly new skills in order to stay up to date within certain industry standards are the favorite one of the recruiters. Tip number 7. Problem solver. Recruiters are eager to have an employee who is an effective problem solver. Someone who knows exactly how to tackle and solve arising problems during certain tasks. But not just that, an employee who is also able to make suggestions to the company as to how other corporate issues might be solved, even though they might go beyond his own responsibilities, is a valuable addition to the team, no doubt. Tip number 8 is likability and reliability. Every boss would be happy to have an employee on board who is likable and who can be trusted and relied on, no matter what the circumstances might be. Knowing that there is someone who can take charge of certain tasks can be very reassuring feeling. Someone who has great interpersonal skills and trustworthy and can deal with different peoples like team and management members, suppliers, clients, fans, general public at all levels at any time. Remember, people want to do business with people they like and they can trust. Similarly, recruiters want to hire people they like and can trust. Tip number 9 is flexibility. Candidate who is flexible with regards to working hours, working days, travel commitments and job duties are their first choice. Someone who can show that he will not stop as soon as the clock strikes 6 p.m. Who is also prepared to work during unsocial hours. Who is prepared to travel to other cities or countries and can stay away from home for some days, and who takes on also duties out of their official job description is often hard to find, and therefore he is most welcome. Tip number 10 is out-of-box thinking attitude. In senior level recruitment, when the entire business is dependent upon few key persons, either in production or marketing team. So to increase the level of the organization, promoters and recruiters look for a person who is having out-of-box thinking attitude, who can really bring the change in the organization in terms of business growth, cultural development, technological change, skills enhancement of the employees, or clientele development. Let's discuss few secretive tips of recruiters. Before facing an interview session, apart from these discussed points, what else you have to keep in mind as a candidate? Number 1. Recruiters used to have gone through the resume and the background of your profile before calling you for the face-to-face round. Now, it's a turn to check your authenticity, so they will ask tricky questions to check your real expertise and authenticity, so you have to reply tactfully for these tricky queries. Number 2. Do Googling about the company, read the cultural review about the company and have the knowledge about promoters and the board members, business concept, turnover of the company, business strategy of the organization, where you are going to attend the interview, and know about their competitors in the market and their latest marketing development and growth factors. All this research will leave very good impact on hiring staff and senior member of the recruitment panel. Third point. Do some market research for the position, and at the closure of the interview session, negotiate the salary and compensation part, but not too much. This will show the recruiters your worth. Point number 4. Go that extra mile and do an additional course that might add value to your professional. Do project, volunteer where you can. Point number 5. Keep a check on your social media network. It's extremely important to have a decent professional presence on internet. Hiring managers are reviewing social media pages to become educated about the background and the brand of the person is articulating and to look for the red flags. Point number 6. Backdoor references or back channeling is one of the sneaky way hiring managers and recruiters gather more information about you. It refers to when employers reach out to mutual connections in order to get their honest opinion of you. Even if you choose not to give anybody there is as a reference, backdoor references can reveal the skeletons in your closet. Backdoor references can be especially common when you are looking for a job in a sector like technology. Point number 7. Give only references who will say positive things about you. Work hard to build good working relationships with co-workers and bosses. Your reference should easily cite 1 or 2 situations that highlight your strengths. Bad references can ruin your candidacy as much as good one can strengthen it. It's not enough to build an impressive resume and to showcase the skills and traits only, but to know a job's inside out and to have the right character traits in order to land and carry out a job. Now it's the recruiter's challenge to find out to what extent a job applicant meets these qualities. Few recruiters during interview session conduct psychometric test session as well. This test is specially designed to check the psychological level of the candidate. During this step, they judge 16 personality factors and candidates have to cross this level before getting final selection. In my upcoming video, these 16 personality factors would be briefly discussed. I hope these few points will be beneficial to you all to crack the next scheduled interviews. All the best for your future endeavors.